A lot of people think the next Middle East headline will be US hits Iran, but the more interesting headline is this: America's closest Gulf partners are quietly saying, don't do it. Because if Washington strikes Iran, it won't stay a clean operation. It could trigger a regional chain reaction that hits oil, shipping, and every economy on Earth, including the US. Let's break it down. Right now, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Qatar are reportedly lobbying the Trump administration behind the scenes to avoid military action against Tehran. Not because they love Iran, they don't, but because they live next door to the blast radius. Their warning is simple: a strike could set off chaos, and the biggest immediate risk is the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow waterway where roughly 1/5 of the world's oil supply moves through. If that choke point gets disrupted, you don't get a regional event. You get an energy shock. Now here's the part many people miss. Gulf states aren't only worried about Iran today. They're worried about Iran tomorrow, because if external pressure helps topple the system, what comes next might be worse, like a power shift to hardline security elements, or fragmentation, or a long period of instability. For the Gulf, that's a nightmare scenario. Unpredictable actors, unstable borders, and a permanent security headache. And this is not theoretical. Reports say the US has already started repositioning some personnel from key facilities in the region, including activity around Qatar's Al Udeid base, as a precaution amid rising tensions. That tells you Washington is at least preparing for blowback. At the same time, diplomatic lines look shakier. Reports indicate direct high-level contact between Iran's foreign minister and the US. Special envoy has been suspended, which matters because when communication breaks down, miscalculation becomes easier. So here's the big question: is this a threat to the United States? Not in the Iran invades America sense. The real threat is escalation mechanics. If the US strikes, Iran's most likely response isn't a single dramatic move. It's a menu of pressure: regional proxies, rockets and drones, harassment at sea, cyber disruption, and indirect hits on allied infrastructure. And once that starts, every side faces the same trap. If I don't respond, I look weak. If I respond harder, I widen the war. That's how limited strikes become an expanding conflict. So what are Gulf states trying to do? They're trying to act as a firebreak, pushing Washington to think beyond the first 24 hours, because they'll be the ones dealing with the next 24 weeks. My takeaway: when your partners, the ones hosting your bases, are warning you not to pull the trigger, that's not softness. That's strategic risk management. Now I want to hear your view. Do you think Washington listens, or do you think we're heading toward escalation anyway? If you want calm, fast breakdowns that cut through the noise, smash the like button, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel grow, and it tells the algorithm this is worth pushing. Let's break it down again in the next one.